Test 1 2, test 1 2. Why is it not getting? Okay, here, let's unplug the iRig. Here, hold this. Test 1 2, test 1 2. Test 1 2, test, test. Test 1 2. I think maybe now might have something. Test, test. What a mess.
Now batting, number 3, Taylor Mullins.
Yeah, but no one else can. It's something with the iRig or my computer, and I don't know which one. Test 1 2, test 1 2. Trying to work out these technical difficulties. And I believe we have sound. We're going to have to watch that. Again, we apologize for the technical difficulties. First year with the video stream, and we are here tonight in Clarinda MINK League postseason action. The St. Joe Mustangs and the Clarinda A's going at it here tonight. And we are scoreless in the bottom of the first. And the pitch misses outside for a ball. And the winner of this one will move on to the MINK League Championship Series. It'd be Thursday and Friday for sure, potentially Saturday. We'll try to get the lineups for you as we go. We can tell you it is Chris Paraleski that is on the bump for the A's tonight. Worked a nice first inning, got out of that one unscathed, and now drawing a walk for the A's to keep the line moving. Just moments ago for them was Taylor Mullins Ohm, and now Patrick McGinn, a Cedar Rapids native, plays collegiately at Southeast Community College, pride of Cedar Rapids Xavier High School, is up to the plate. Bases loaded for Clarinda. They've put one across here in the bottom of the first. And McGinn with the bases juiced. An opportunity to drive in some runs. The 0-1 with nobody out is in there for a strike, makes it an 0-2. And Clarinda 37-5 on the year under manager Ryan Eberle. Been a great year for them. One of the best years in quite some time as that one is fouled away by McGinn. And it's an 0-2. So still an 0-2 to McGinn. And the 0-2 offering, swing and a miss, and McGinn will go down on strikes. It's an uncaught third strike, but everybody occupying bases, so it's an out. And pitching for St. Joe again. We'll kind of fill the lineup as we go. Again, we apologize, had some technical difficulties. It's Max Stevenson. He is a William Jewell athlete from Weston, Missouri, the pride of West Platte High School, and he's got the bases loaded right now trying to work out of this, and Ryan David is coming up to the plate. David, who plays collegiate at Southeast Nebraska from Omaha, played his high school ball at Millard West. A lot of Nebraska flavor on the A's this season. We'll see the 0-1 pitch, and it is in there for a strike. Makes it 0-2. One gone. The A's have been able to put one across. In this inning, they got the bases juiced. That one misses for a ball. So the 1-2 coming from Stevenson to David. The bases loaded. Beautiful night for baseball. Maybe a little warm as David pops one up that drops down in shallow right. It'll plate one. They'll send the second around and throw at the plate. He runs through it, and 2-run score for Clarinda, one of which was Trevor Andrews. The other one being Travis Welker. And it's now a 3-zip Clarinda lead here in the bottom of the first. And Dylan Bailey will come up to the plate. Bailey from Rockmart, Georgia, plays collegiately at Jacksonville State. One of 4 that do so. They've tapped into that Jacksonville State pipeline, has the A's. That one just outside on Bailey for a ball. 1-0 the count. This is the 9th meeting of the year between these two teams. Clarinda won all 8 of the previous ones. Mustangs 23-20 on the year under manager Johnny Coy. Bailey fouls that one back to the net. Brings it to a 1-1. So 1 ball, 1 strike. Here in the bottom of the first with 1 gone. And runners at first and second. Max Stevenson pitching for St. Joe's. Got himself a little bit of dilemma here early on. Giving up 3 runs. He'll take a stare and now launches that one just outside for a ball. Makes it 2-1 the count. This is an A's offense that is potent at hitting .381 as a team. And as we talked about with Eberly on our sports feature today, up and down the lineup, they've got guys that can put the ball in play. That's what Bailey was trying there, but he whiffs on it for strike 2, brings it to a 2-2 count with 1 gone. Here in the bottom of the first. The winner gets either Sedalia or Joplin in a series that will start on Thursday night. The 2-2 hit into short, gets by. That was a comebacker that Stevenson couldn't glove. Another run plates. And it's a 4-zip Clarinda lead here early on. The A's starting off hot. And give the RBI to Bailey on that one. Bringing Isaac Lopez up to the plate. That was Talon Mullins' own that scored. So Lopez at the dish. Bailey resides at first. Still only 1 out in a 4-zip Clarinda lead. Lopez from Edinburgh, Texas, playing collegiately at University of Texas, Rio Grande. As a righty, will take a couple of practice swings before stepping in. The A's 3 hits, 4 runs so far in this inning. And the first pitch to Lopez from Stevenson. With the runners on first and second and 1 gone in this inning. Is popped up into right. And glove to retire 2. Runners will stay put. David at third. Bailey at second. Lopez goes down.
Now batting, number 16, Isaiah.
And now Isaiah Marquez up to the ditch, trying to keep this inning alive. Again, 2 gone. Marquez from Chino, California. Played collegiately at Long Beach State. And we'll try to keep the line moving. For the A's. The first pitch roped into center. That one is back into left center. And that one is out of here. Isaiah Marquez with a 3-run dinger, and it's a 7-zip Clarinda lead here early on. Couldn't have asked for a much better start to this inning if you're Coach Ryan Everly and squad. They put a 7 spot up already, and this team has shown at times this year that they can go deep. And they do so there with 2 gone. And they have gone back through the top of the order. Mason Mainers is up to the plate. Mainers, one of those Jacksonville State players. I know he's got some family listening from the Alabama area here tonight, and we do apologize for technical difficulties that we ran into at the start of this broadcast. But you tuned in just in time to watch the A's start things off hot so far, and Mainers will come up the plate. Max Stevenson has not had the go-around that I think he was hoping for in this one early on. And when you see a team 8 times in a season, make it 9 now, obviously there's probably not a lot of secrets. And the first pitch to Mainers is outside for a ball. Another call outside part of the zone, strike, 0-1 the count. So 0-1 with 2 gone here in the first. They've gone through the order. That one is in there for a strike on Mainers. And it's an 0-2 with 2 away. Stevenson trying to get out of this inning, and he gets Mainers to pop one up. Drifting foul along the third baseline, out of play. No, glove cleanly. That one kind of carried back in. Looked like it was going to get down and out, and instead it is gloved at third base for the Mustangs by number 29. I'll pull up my roster here real quickly, and that was...
At the end of the first inning,
we don't have a number 29 right now. We'll take a break, and that was Chase Spoonmore, the Savannah native, that got the grab there. The A's put 7 up in the first. They lead 7-0 in the KMA Extreme online, KMAland.com.
At the ARC Group, we take a disciplined approach to marketing. We understand that education and experience must be at the forefront of your decision-making process, and we also understand that all farms manage risk differently. This is Tim McGann with the ARC Group. I would like to meet with you, learn about your operation, understand your short and long-term goals, and then together we form a plan to maximize profitability on your farm. Call me at 712-370-3497 or visit us at agrisconsulting.net.
America is choosing to be a healthier nation. That's why so many people choose a Health Mart pharmacy. Health Mart pharmacies are locally owned and offer a full range of vitamins, non-prescription medicines, cold remedies, and convenient items for you and your family. And when it comes time to have a prescription filled, you can always count on your Health Mart family pharmacy to do it right. Take your next prescription to Oakland Pharmacy in Oakland, a locally owned Health Mart pharmacy. Health Mart, caring for you and about you.
The accolades are pouring in for Northwest Missouri State University. U.S. News and World Report ranks Northwest at Missouri's top. Zippia.com rates it as the best school in Missouri to get a job, and SafeWise ranks Northwest among the nation's safest. Northwest continues to deliver a quality education, so you are career ready on day one. Plus, your textbooks and fully loaded laptop are included in your tuition. Visit nwmissouri.edu to apply today. Northwest Missouri State University, where Bearcats connect.
Welcome back to Clarinda here on the KMA Extreme online, KMAland.com. Trevor Mader with you. We've got MINK League postseason action here tonight. A dominant start for the A's. And getting a leadoff single for St. Joe is Chase Spoonmore, but then it's played out, so never mind. Scratch the leadoff single. That looked like it was gonna get down cleanly, but the nice play from short to third, and Ryan David ends up with the putout. And we've got Sean O'Malley now up to the plate. O'Malley, the 5-hitter, so 4 up, 4 down for St. Joe so far in this one. And Sean O'Malley, who plays collegiately at Salve Regina in Rhode Island, comes up to the plate. He's a right-hander. We'll set the Clarinda defense for you as we go. We can tell you Chris Paralewski is pitching. Dylan Bailey is the catcher. And the first pitch to O'Malley, swing and a miss for strike one. So Paraleski so far has sent 4 up, 4 down. Trying to make it 5 on 5, and that one is in on O'Malley for a ball. Makes it a 1-1 count. Also defensively for Clarinda, they've got Ryan David playing first. That one misses outside. So Ryan David at first. Isaac Lopez is at second. There's a 2-1. Popped up. And fielded in left cleanly to put 2 gone in this inning. That was Mason Mainers that comes up with the snag. So O'Malley goes down, and now coming up to the plate for St. Joe is going to be Ike Book. He's the 6th hitter in the lineup. And Book, another one of those homegrown talents for the Mustangs from St. Joe, played collegiately at Lafayette High School and is now playing at Lincoln Trail. Belts one into shallow center that'll drop for a 2-out knock. So Ike Book gets on base. That's the first base runner of the night for St. Joe. And now Sam Casano will come up. Sam Casani, the 7-hitter. They've also got Jackson Himmel and Noah Bodenhausen awaiting. That's the order for the Mustangs. First pitch to Casani misses outside. Casani again from Wichita. Plays collegiate baseball at Lindenwood. And the 1-0 coming from Paraleski is lined right to David. He has to take 1 step, turn around, snag the bag, and that is how the inning ends. So they get 1 on, but can't get any across. 7-zip. We go to the bottom of the second on the KMA Extreme online, KMAland.com.
OSI is considered a premier global food provider by many of the world's leading brands. OSI delivers leading-edge food solutions for product development as well as processing, and much of it is done from their Oakland, Iowa plant. Being a leader in the industry allows OSI Oakland to give back to the communities by sponsoring area high school events, offering special programs for veterans, and other community outreach programs. To learn more, visit osigroup.com and search for the Oakland, Iowa location.
Why choose Malvern Bank?
Because Malvern Bank is an education bank. Malvern Bank provides online informative resources and teaches folks like me financial literacy.
Malvern Bank takes the time to answer your money questions on the phone, in person, or online. As an education bank, we want our customers to be mindful about money.
To become a Malvern Bank customer, visit their website at malvern.bank and be sure to follow them on Facebook and Instagram.
Malvern Bank, we build community.
Member FDIC.
HawkeyeFord.com. It's where you'll find a complete selection of pre-owned cars and trucks. It's also where you can estimate your trade-in value and receive a no-hassle quote. Since 1988, Hawkeye Ford has been offering a high level of customer service and a commitment to making the process of buying your vehicle an enjoyable one. They strive to deliver 100% satisfaction every time you visit their location on Highway 34 east of Red Oak or on their 24/7 location, HawkeyeFord.com.
Welcome back to Clarinda on the KMA Extreme and video streaming online, KMAland.com. Trevor Mader with you. Mink League postseason action here at Eberly Field, and it's a 7-zip Clarinda lead, and they're working their way through the order for a second time. They went through it once in the first. And now here is coming up to the plate for the A's, Travis Welker from California. Played collegiately at Allen Hancock Junior College, and he puts one in the sweet spot and left for a single. So Welker gets a leadoff single, and up comes Trevor Andrews for his second plate appearance of the day. Andrews plays at Jacksonville State. He's from Theodore, Alabama. Played collegiately as well at Central Alabama Community College. A handful of athletes on this lineup with junior college experience. I think there's a lot to be said about the level of baseball that's played at the junior college level as well. A pitch from Stevenson misses well outside for a ball. Defensively for St. Joe, Max Stevenson is pitching. Catching him tonight is Jackson Himmel, as that one is fouled away for a strike, makes it 1-1. So Himmel is catching. They've got Sean O'Malley playing first. Noah Bodenhausen at second. Chase Spoonmore at third. Short tonight is Cole Sablowski. That one is swung on and missed for a strike by Andrews. In the outfield, left to right for St. Joe, they've got Brady Holden in left. And in center, it is Jake Grayberger, and Sam Casati is in right. 1-2 on the way, misses outside on Andrews for a ball. So 2-2 now the offering. 9 times this year these two have met now. And you know what the old adage is, it is hard to beat a team 9 times. So here's a 2-2 coming from Stevenson to Andrews. With the runner at second, as Welker's been able to move. And it's a full count. So the payoff pitch on the way from Stevenson to Welker. And it misses. It's a walk. Welker will keep the line moving and assume first.
Now batting, number 3, Taylor.
Move Andrews to second. And up to the plate comes Talon Mullins-Ohm. He's had a fantastic year up to this point from Amarillo, Texas. Plays collegiately at Southwest Oklahoma State. See if we can get you some stats on him here in just a moment. He swings the first pitch he sees for a strike to bring it to an 0-1. The A's put up 7 in the first. Isaiah Marquez, a 3-run blast in that. Trying to add to that lead. One is low, kept in front of Himmel to keep the base runners honest. It's a 1-1 count. So 1 ball, 1 strike from Stevenson to Talon Mullins-Ohm. Fouls one along the third baseline. Just missed being fair by a couple of feet. And Mullins-Ohm's hitting .328 on the year. The A's hitting .315 as a team. They've got, several guys that have, 80-plus at-bats that are hitting well over 300. Led by Travis Welker, who bolstered that a little bit ago. I think .441 on the year. That one well outside on Mullins-Ohm. Misses for a ball. Brings it to a 2-2. So 2-2 with nobody out. And runners on first and second. Just misses outside. Does Stevenson to fill the count up at 3-2. And a payoff pitch coming from Max Stevenson to Talon Mullins-Ohm. Welker at second, Andrew at first, nobody out. A's already up 7. He chops one to third. Stepping on the bag cleanly is Spoonmore. Turns 2, but they can't turn 3. That would have been cool if they did, but to no avail. And there's 2 gone in this inning as Mullins goes down with the 5, and then Welker as part of the 5-4 on that. McGinn now up to the plate. So Mullins gets out with a fielder's choice. Welker goes down with a 5-4. Andrews goes down as well, and it's a runner on first with Patrick McGinn, the center fielder, coming up to the plate. And McGinn, a lefty, sits on that one for a strike. I mentioned earlier, played high school baseball at Cedar Rapids Xavier. One of a couple of Iowa guys in the lineup for the A's. That one misses for a ball. Makes it 1-0. Runner on first. 2 gone after the double play that, I know it's a 7-run game, so a lot of other things that have to happen for that double play to maybe mean a lot, as McGinn pops one into left in pursuit and able to make the play as Holden to end the inning. So the A's can't get any after a big double play, but they lead 7-zip through 2 here in the KMA Extreme online, KMAland.com.
Barrett Auto Center. Sure, they hope you'll consider them your automotive resource when it comes time to buy your next vehicle, but maybe you've just purchased one or are not quite ready for the investment. And Barrett Auto Center says that's okay. Your business is still important. You can still rely on them for all your service, warranty work, tire purchases, maintenance, and more. Barrett Auto Center and BarrettAutoCenter.com is still your resource for any make and model from any dealer. Give them the chance to make sure you come back to Barrett's. HawkeyeFord.com. It's where you'll find a complete selection of pre-owned cars and trucks. It's also where you can estimate your trade-in value and receive a no-hassle quote. Since 1988, Hawkeye Ford has been offering a high level of customer service and a commitment to making the process of buying your vehicle an enjoyable one. They strive to deliver 100% satisfaction every time you visit their location on Highway 34 east of Red Oak or on their 24/7 location, HawkeyeFord.com.
Welcome back to Clarinda here on the KMA Extreme Video, streaming online, KMAland.com. Trevor Mader with you. MINK League action tonight. It is they call it the divisional round, and the A's right now looking well. They've got themselves a 7-zip lead as we go to the third. Due up in this inning for St. Joe is going to be Jackson Himmel, Noah Bodenhausen, and Cole Sablowski all coming up as they work their way through the order for a second time. Defensively for Clarinda, Chris Paraleski on the bump. Dylan Bailey is catching. Ryan David at first. Isaac Lopez at second. Travis Welker is at short. Trevor Andrews is at third. Mason Mainers is at left. Patrick McGinn is in center. And Isaiah Marquez is in right. But here's Himmel, the 8-hitter in the lineup, coming up to the plate for the Mustangs, trying to get something going, get anything going here. Down 7-zip. Himmel, a native of Frisco, Texas, plays collegiately at Lamar Community College. Swings at the first one for a strike. Brings it to an 0-1 count. So 0-1. Leadoff hitter of this inning. Himmel high hops one that'll be fielded at third. The throw low, but there from Andrews to David for the 5-3. To force the first out of the inning, and now Noah Bodenhausen will come up to the plate. And Bodenhausen from North Central Community College, just down the road is where he played his high school ball in Savannah. About an hour down Highway 71. The 9-hitter for the Mustangs. Sits on that one inside. And that one had a little bit of zing on it. And he shies away from it. Now Paraleski, get the numbers on him. As a 1-0 is just missed outside for a ball. Paraleski, 46 innings, 1.96 ERA. And a 5-0 record. That one fouled along the third baseline by Bodenhausen. Brings it to a 2-1 count. He was 2-0, just gets a piece of one foul. So far only one base runner in this game for St. Joe, working like they want to get a second one as Bodenhausen sits on that one outside for a ball to bring it to 3-1. So the 3-1 from Paraleski, ripped foul along the left field line, out of play. Beautiful ballpark here in Clarinda. 340s to straight left, 335 to straight right, and if you're to launch one over center, you definitely earned it. 395 and plus a very, very tall fence. You've got to knock it over. A payoff pitch into left. That one is back. That has a chance to be gone, and that's because it is fielded cleanly, though, and left. That was back near the track. but McGinn is underneath of it. With a second out, Cole Sablowski will come up to the plate. Sablowski played his high school ball at Lafayette in St. Joe. Now plays collegiately in Kansas City, Kansas. He's the leadoff hitter for Johnny Coy's Mustangs. 2 gone. Nobody on here at the top of the third. That one outside part of the zone called strike. Brings it to an 0-1. So Clarinda puts up 7 of the first, 3 on a home run by Marquez. Now the 0-1 misses well outside for a ball. 1-1 the offering. Coming up is waiting on deck will be Brady Holden. They try to keep this inning alive. The 1-1 low and away for a ball. 2-1. Big day of baseball for the city of Clarinda. Here's the 2-1 on the way. Outside part of the zone called strike. Ryan Eberle, the manager for the A's. His brother Rod, the head baseball coach for Clarinda. They made the state tournament. Didn't end the way they wanted it to today, but first time in 16 years they made it. Here's the 2-2 with 2 gone on the way. And it's a swinging strikeout to end the frame. So 3 up, 3 down for the Mustangs in the third. We go to the bottom of the third. 7-zip Clarinda on the KMA Extreme online, KMAland.com.
Why choose Malvern Bank?
Because Malvern Bank is an education bank. Malvern Bank provides online informative resources and teaches folks like me financial literacy.
Malvern Bank takes the time to answer your money questions on the phone, in person, or online. As an education bank, we want our customers to be mindful about money.
To become a Malvern Bank customer, visit their website at malvern.bank and be sure to follow them on Facebook and Instagram.
Malvern Bank, we build community.
Member FDIC.
HawkeyeFord.com. It's where you'll find a complete selection of pre-owned cars and trucks. It's also where you can estimate your trade-in value and receive a no-hassle quote. Since 1988, Hawkeye Ford has been offering a high level of customer service and a commitment to making the process of buying your vehicle an enjoyable one. They strive to deliver 100% satisfaction every time you visit their location on Highway 34 east of Red Oak or on their 24/7 location, HawkeyeFord.com.
Welcome back to Clarinda here on the KMA Extreme online, KMAland.com. Trevor Mader here with you tonight. Mink League postseason action. The Clarinda A's, St. Joe Mustangs doing battle. And in this inning for Clarinda, they're going to lead things off with the first baseman, Ryan David. It's the 6, 7, 8 hitters of David, Bailey, and Lopez. The first pitch is inside for a ball. 1-0 the count. And defensively for St. Joe, Max Stevenson pitching. Jackson Himmel is catching. Sean O'Malley at first. That one's found along the right field line, out of play. Noah Bodenhausen is at second. Chase Spoonmore is at third. At short, it's Cole Sablinski. And then playing in left, it is Brady Holden. That one is found back in correction. It's Sablowski. My chicken scratch handwriting had put that in as Sablinski, and that is not right. Sablowski, and then Holden is in left. Jack Grayberger is in center, and then in right, it's Sam Cassani. 1-2 to Ryan David. Misses up for a ball, makes it 2-2. So Joplin and Sedalia playing on the flip side of Mink League action tonight. And David goes down on strikes, sat on that one. I think he would be the first to tell you he shouldn't have. And Dylan Bailey, the catcher, who found a way to get on base in the first and was ultimately rewarded as Marquez went deep, will come up. First pitch from Stevenson to Bailey, fouled away. Bailey will step out of the batter's box, regroup a little bit, and get ready for the 0-1 pitch. Shade beginning to cover the infield here in Clarinda. The 0-1 misses outside for a ball, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike to Dylan Bailey, who puts one in play to right. And underneath it cleanly is Sam Kasani to put 2 down. So the cleanest inning up to this point for St. Joe. You go back to the second. I mean, I know they got out of it unscathed, but they allowed a couple runners to get on before forcing a double play that ultimately ended up not really ending the inning, but definitely thwarting the scoring opportunity. Now Isaac Lopez, who got on of them, was rewarded earlier as well as part of that Marquez dinger, comes up to the plate. And Lopez this season hitting .317 on the campaign. First pitch from Stevenson misses outside for a ball. So 1-0 with 2 gone. Nobody on. It's 2 up and 2 down so far in this frame. The 1-0 roped right into short, and snagging it cleanly is Sablowski, and that is how the inning ends. So it's 3 up, 3 down for the A's. They lead 7-zip through 3 here in Clarinda on the KMA Extreme online, KMAland.com.
Iowa Western Community College has important news for you. If you're a high school senior trying to figure out what your next step in life will be after high school, consider this. Students learning trade-specific skills will get you into the workplace quicker, making a good living and having a lot less college debt. Iowa Western offers 1 to 2 year programs in nursing, welding, industrial tech, and advanced manufacturing, plus many others. Great skills and great pay in less time. Talk to Iowa Western Community College in Clarinda and Shenandoah and start planning your future now.
The accolades are pouring in for Northwest Missouri State University. U.S. News and World Report ranks Northwest at Missouri's top. Zippia.com rates it as the best school in Missouri to get a job. And SafeWise ranks Northwest among the nation's safest. Northwest continues to deliver a quality education, so you are career ready on day one. Plus, your textbooks and fully loaded laptop are included in your tuition. Visit nwmissouri.edu to apply today. Northwest Missouri State University, where Bearcats connect.
Welcome back to Clarinda here on the KMA Extreme online, KMAland.com. Trevor Mader with you. MINK League divisional action here tonight. It is a 7-zip Clarinda lead as we go to the 4th. And due up in this inning for St. Joe, it's going to be Brady Holden, Jake Grayberger, and Chase Spoonmore. Anybody gets on, Sean O'Malley will join the fun. Chris Pureleski right now, 1 hit allowed through 3 innings. As we get ready to begin this one in the 4th. Again, defensively for the A's, Pureleski is pitching. Dylan Bailey is catching. Ryan David is at first. Isaac Lopez is at second, and then at third it's Trevor Andrews. Travis Welker is at short. Mason Mainers is in left. Patrick McGinn is in center, and Isaiah Marquez is in right. Should add to the designated hitter tonight, Taylon Mullins-Ohm. 7-zip A's leading is up to the plate. Comes Brady Holden, plays at Missouri Western, so right St. Joe. Also played collegiately, played high school just down the road at Mid-Buchanan, the home of the Dragons. Sits on that one for a strike, 0-1. The count popped up, will stay in play. Welker is calling for it. He's getting back and underneath it to put the first one away of the inning. So now up comes Grayberger, who's 0 for 1 already tonight. And Jake Grayberger, who plays collegiately at Missouri State. From Lee Summit, Missouri, played high school ball at Lee Summit West. Facing the first pitch from Pureleski, misses up for a ball, 1-0 the count. Here at Municipal Stadium at Eberly Field in Clarinda. A's trying to keep their MINK League season going. As that one misses outside, makes it a 2-0 count coming from Pureleski to Grayberger. Pureleski goes to work on the 2-0. Grayberger hits one to short on a hop. Welker takes a couple steps. David in time for the out, and 2 gone in this inning
Now stepping to the plate.
Welker's made back-to-back putouts, and now they've got Chase Spoonmore coming up to the plate. Again, he's a Savannah native, just down the road. Plays collegiately at Iowa Western, so definitely a game of interest for him, I'm sure. That one misses up for a ball, and it's a 1-0 count. A's have started fast. That hasn't been something foreign to them this year. Here's the 1-0. Spoonmore chops it foul along the third baseline, out of play. They've had a lot of games this year where maybe it's not necessarily starting fast, but it's putting together one big inning to really put the game out of reach. So 1 ball, 1 strike. Pureleski will take his time on the hill. And now go to work on Spoonmore. Pureleski puts that one in, and did it hit him on the arm? They're going to say it did. It was awfully close from up here, and they're going to say it did plunk Spoonmore. And that'll bring Sean O'Malley up to the plate.
23, O'Malley.
Sean O'Malley flew out to left back in the second inning. For what was the second out of the inning. That's been the only inning up until this point they had been able to get a runner on base. They went down in order in the first. Got a 2-out knock from Book, but he got stranded, then went down in order in the third. Looking like they were going to go down in the order here in the fourth, but Spoonmore gets hit by a pitch. He gets on. Now Sean O'Malley, the pride of Darien, Connecticut, up to the plate, facing a 1-0 count. And the 1-0 from Pureleski misses outside for a ball. 2-0 the offering. Pureleski, part of a very stout rotation for the A's. They've had a handful of guys they've been able to lean on all year. Brings it to a 2-0. That one just misses again. 3-0 the offering coming up. Reed Fagerstrom's been one of those guys. Steve Spurgeon has stepped up. Blake Ignatiak as well. They've had some area flavor in there. Brennan Seifert, a Bedford graduate, seen some innings. This is the 3-0. They're going to give him that one on the outside part. Ooh, that was tight, but they're going to give him O'Malley the benefit of the doubt. Puts Spoonmore at second, O'Malley at first, and now Ike Book, who has the Mustangs' only hit of the game, up to the plate. Book, the designated hitter tonight, in the lineup. Comes up with runners on first and second. Okay, the Mustangs 23-20 this year. And 8 of those losses to the A's. No MINK League season last year. And talking to Coach Eberle, manager Eberle, felt like it was a team that, with what they thought they had put together, could have had a stellar year. Unfortunately, never got to find out, but this year they've maybe in a way made up for that with a dominant stretch. They started the year, they were 5-3. They've since gone 32-2. That is remarkable. As here's the first pitch on the way to Ike Book. Pureleski taking his time. Get runners on first and second. 2 gone. Here in the top of the fourth. Book checks that one. It's called strike. 0-1 the count. Spoonmore got on with a hit by pitch. O'Malley reached by a walk. They sit at second and first respectively. And Book, who's got the only hit so far, going to try to, the bare minimum, keep the line moving. And as they're hoping, maybe driving a run or two. That one fouled back to the net. Just got a piece of it. Keeps the at-bat alive at 0-2. Shade now covering all the grass part of the infield and home plate. Still a little bit of sun on the dirt. And then in the outfield, basically everything with the exception of a little spot in left is still very much in the sun. The 0-2 to Book. Pureleski takes a long stare. Now the 0-2 upstairs for a ball. 1-2 the count. So Pureleski playing collegiately at Palomar College. They got a couple of guys from that program this year. We'll launch the 1-2 after a long stare to second to take a peek at Spoonmore. Stared him down. Now the 1-2 popped into shallow left and fielded cleanly to end the inning by Mainers. So St. Joe gets 2 on. Can't get any across. We've played 3.5 7-zip A's here on the KMA Extreme Online, KMAland.com.
HawkeyeFord.com. It's where you'll find a complete selection of pre-owned cars and trucks. It's also where you can estimate your trade-in value and receive a no-hassle quote. Since 1988, Hawkeye Ford has been offering a high level of customer service and a commitment to making the process of buying your vehicle an enjoyable one. They strive to deliver 100% satisfaction every time you visit their location on Highway 34 east of Red Oak or on their 24/7 location, HawkeyeFord.com.
Sports teach our children important life lessons, like how to work together as a team and the importance of a great coach. TS Prosperity Group, a division of TS Bank, understands the importance of a successful team, especially when it comes to your finances. Let TS Prosperity Group be the coach of your financial team to help guide you to success with the goal of sleeping better, knowing your prosperity is protected for the next generation. Contact tsprosperitygroup.com to schedule your free 30-minute consultation today.
Welcome back to Clarinda here on the KMA Extreme Online, KMAland.com. Trevor Mader with you. MINK League divisional action between the St. Joe Mustangs and the Clarinda A's. The winner of this one moves on to the MINK League Championship Series. We'll get here Sedalia or Joplin in a series that would begin on Thursday. It'd be a best 2 out of 3. Now, if Clarinda is to make it, they would have home field advantage. 4 games, 2 and 3. Here's Isaiah Marquez, who comes up to the plate. He went yard to left back in the first. A 3-run blast that pushed us up to a 7-zip lead. The first pitch from Stevenson. Marquez swinging outside. Brings it to an 0-1 count. Stevenson pitching. Himmel catching for St. Joe. O'Malley at first. That one in, and ducking away from that one was Marquez. Should be a 1-1 count on Isaiah Marquez. Here's the 1-1 offering. Check swing. Did he go? He went, and it's a 1-ball, 2-strike count coming to the Long Beach State commit from Chino, California. Played collegiately at San Dimas High School. Handful of California flavors, some Southern flavor in this A's lineup as well. The 1-2 misses well outside for a ball to bring it to a 2-2. As we've got a dog barking. That's the first. Here's the 2-2. This is outside. I did not know it was Bark at the Park night. Full count, 3-2. Coming out, Isaiah Marquez. Leadoff batter of this inning in the bottom of the 4th. Facing the Walker knock pitch. Knocks it into center. And down for a deep double as well. Marquez will circle, and did he get down? The throw got wide of the throw at second, so Marquez, it was closer than I'm sure he would have liked, but he runs it out for a double. Nice throw on that from Grayberger to second, where Botenhausen just hopped funny and rolls past him, but Marquez gets on with a double. Now it's back to the top of the order. Mason Mainers is up to the plate. Mainers from Vestavia Hills, Alabama. Plays at Jacksonville State. He's a lefty. Runner on second, RBI opportunity for Mainers. Shows bunt, pulls back, and it's in for a ball to make it a 1-0 count. Mainers 404 on the season is the average for him. He's got 26 RBI. Patient at the plate, 22 walks. 15 strikeouts as well. Here's the 1-0 Mainers. Again, shows bunt. That was into that. Hit him. It did. And I don't know if it was in on the wrist or where it was, but it hits him inside, and he pounds the bat down and takes his sweet time walking down to first, but he does get on base. Travis Welker comes up to the plate. Runners on first and second. Nobody out to start the bottom of the 4th here for Clarinda. Welker, who's got a single tonight and has been their horse all year. 441 on the season, including 14 extra base hits. Team high 33 RBI. He's committed to play the rest of his collegiate career at Fresno State. And he shows bunt, then pops one up into center. Underneath it is Grayberger. He gets it cleanly. And thinking about tagging was Marquez, but he decides otherwise. And there's one gone in this inning with Trevor Andrews up to the plate. Andrews, the third baseman.
Not batting. Number 30.
Got on with a single back in the second inning. Third time through the order for the A's, facing Max Stevenson. And one gone, two on in this inning. The A's put 7 up in the first. Haven't been able to do anything in the second and third. Trying to add to that, though. And the first pitch to Andrews. Outside part of the zone, called strike. Andrews, a collegiate teammate with Mainers. Has an 0-1 count. Check the runner, does Stevenson. Puts that one outside for a ball. 1-1 the offering coming up from Max Stevenson to Trevor Andrews. Taylor Mullins Ohm awaits on deck. He lined out as part of a double play back in the second. And that one just foul along the third base line. Did not miss being fair by much at all, but at the last moment, Karam's foul brings it to a 1-2 count. So Marquez at second, Mainers at first. With one out here in the bottom of the fourth. After 3, Sedalia and Joplin were scoreless. So here's the 1-2. Stevenson takes a peek at second. Now the 1-2. Swing and a miss. And down goes Andrews for the second out in a row and second of this inning. And Taylor Mullins Ohm up to the plate. From Amarillo, Texas, plays collegiately at Southwest Oklahoma State. Is a righty. Marquez at second, Mainers at first, 2 gone. That went in on him. He sits on it for a ball. Patrick McGinn awaits on deck for the A's. They stranded a couple in the second after the big first, trying to not do the same here, but right now things looking like that very well could be the case. They got 2 runners on with a double from Marquez and then a hit by pitch from Mainers. Then Welker flew out, Andrews struck out, and a 2-0 offering from Stevenson to Mullins Ohm on the way. He'll take a long stare with Stevenson. Now Mullins Ohm sends one into center, and retreat is Grayberger, and he's underneath it to end the frame. So the A's get first 2 batters on, but the next 3 go down in order. Still 7-zip. We played 4 here in Clarinda on the KMA Extreme online, KMAland.com.
At the ARC Group, we take a disciplined approach to marketing. We understand that education and experience must be at the forefront of your decision-making process, and we also understand that all farms manage risk differently. This is Tim again with the ARC Group. I would like to meet with you, learn about your operation, understand your short and long-term goals, and then together we form a plan to maximize profitability on your farm. Call me at 712-370-3497 or visit us at agrisconsulting.net.
Iowa Western Community College has important news for you. If you're a high school senior trying to figure out what your next step in life will be after high school, consider this. Students learning trade-specific skills will get you into the workplace quicker, making a good living and having a lot less college debt. Iowa Western offers 1 to 2 year programs in nursing, welding, industrial tech, and advanced manufacturing, plus many others. Great skills and great pay in less time. Talk to Iowa Western Community College in Clarinda and Shenandoah and start planning your future now.
Welcome back to Clarinda here on the KMA Extreme online, KMAland.com. Trevor Mader here with you tonight. MINK League playoff action. The winner moves on to the MINK Championship Series that begins on Thursday. And the A's sitting pretty right now as we go to the 5th, leading 7-0. And they're going to face Ike Book, Sam Casani, and Jackson Himmel in this inning, the 6, 7, 8 hitters for the Mustangs. Noah Bodenhausen, the 9-hitter, would like to get a chance to get on base. So far, actually, correction, it's not Book.
Number 5, Kasani.
It's Casani. I'd forget to record Book as the third out of that inning, but it's Kasani, Himmel, Bodenhausen. It's 7-8-9. They want to turn it back over the top with Sablowski. Technical difficulties got me all hot and bothered early. Tried to settle in. Here's the first pitch from Pureleski to Kasani. Misses outside for a ball. So 1-0 the count. Yeah, he's 37-5 on the year. One 0 the count. Lined along the first base line into the glove of David awkwardly. But gets it for the out. He kind of rolled it up his sleeve almost. Now Jackson Himmel will come up to the plate. He is 0 for 1 tonight with a ground out. With one gone in this inning, we get more barks from the dog. First pitch to Himmel, chopped foul along the third base line. So it's an 0-1 count. Chris Pureleski, not necessarily overpowering tonight, but been efficient. Does have, I believe, one strikeout to his name. And the 0-1 with one gone. Misses for a ball, 1-1. So 1 ball, 1 strike. With 1 away to the right-hander Jackson Himmel with Noah Bodenhausen awaiting on deck. The 8-9 would like to spark a rally here for the Mustangs. You're beginning to run out of innings and outs to work with. That one misses outside for a ball. Bring it to a 2-1 count. Dylan Bailey catching. Ryan David at first. Isaac Lopez is at second. Travis Welker is at short. Trevor Andrews at third. Mason Maynor in left. Patrick McGinn in center. Isaiah Marquez in right. The 2-1. It hits Himmel on the knee. He will take a base, and Noah Bodenhausen, the second baseman, will come up trying to see if he can keep the line moving and turn it back over to the top. Bodenhausen flew out to center for the second out of the third inning. And Bodenhausen, again, one of a handful of Savannah natives playing for the Mustangs this year. A very Midwest-heavy lineup for the Mustangs. They've got Himmel's from Texas, O'Malley's from Connecticut. Pureleski takes his time. Bunt laid down. And he was in the box when it hit him, so it's an 0-1 count. But aside from that, you look at their lineup tonight. Holden is from St. Joe. Book is from St. Joe. Bodenhausen is from Savannah. Grayberger from Lee's Summit. Spoonmore from Savannah. So, a bulk of their lineup is from the, Kansas, Missouri areas. Here's the 0-1 on the way now to Bodenhausen. Misses outside for a ball. Brings it to a 1-1 count. Sam Kasani was a ground out. Jackson Himmel reached the hit by pitch just moments ago. The 1-1 lunged at and blooped into right to keep the line moving by Bodenhausen. Had to kind of extend the bat to get a piece of that one, but moves Himmel to second. Bodenhausen gets only the second hit of the night for St. Joe. And they turn it back to the top with Cole Sablowski. Again, plays collegiately at Kansas City, Kansas. So the Mustangs with 2 on, 1 gone. Had a similar situation in the fourth, albeit it was 2 on with 2 gone. Couldn't get any across. They've stranded 3 base runners up to this point. Pureleski will go into his stance, takes a peek at second to make sure Himmel doesn't go anywhere, places that one outside for a ball. Makes it a 1-0 count. 7-zip Clarinda. All the action that we've had on the scoreboard tonight came in the first frame. 1-0 with 1 gone. Line foul along the third baseline. Brings it to a 1-1 count. The Mustangs from St. Joe play at Phil Welch Stadium. Very nice ballpark. Their head coach, Johnny Coy, also coaches at the high school level in St. Joe. As here's the 1-1. Pierleski in no rush. And that one gets away from Bailey. It'll move runners. Getting to third standing is Himmel. Bodenhausen does the same to second. And really the first true scoring threat St. Joe has had here tonight comes in the fifth, as they've got one gone, with Himmel at third and Bodenhausen at second. Coy, the head coach at Benton High School, played collegiately at Wichita State. Now,
shoot.
Sablowski, and it loads the bases. And that's one that I imagine, as hard as it hits, Sablowski's going to probably have to be at least looked at, maybe not. I would have thought maybe they would at least tend to him, as now we'll get a meeting on the mound. Bailey will come out, have a conversation with Pierleski and see if his day may be done or if we'll keep things going. Again, we're here in the top of the fifth, 7-zip. Clarinda leading St. Joe here on the KMA Extreme online, KMAland.com. We've got a meeting on the mound. We'll take a quick break. 7-zip Clarinda here in the fifth.
Why choose Malvern Bank?
Because Malvern Bank is an education bank. Malvern Bank provides online informative resources and teaches folks like me financial literacy.
Malvern Bank takes the time to answer your money questions on the phone, in person, or online. As an education bank, we want our customers to be mindful about money.
To become a Malvern Bank customer, visit their website at malvern.bank and be sure to follow them on Facebook and Instagram.
Malvern Bank, we build community.
Member FDIC.
Well, the meeting on the mound is over. Chris Pierleski now set to face the two-batter in the lineup for St. Joe, and that being Holden, who sits on that one for a strike. And Holden tonight already 0 for 2, flew out to center, flew out to short, and Brady Holden, got another one of those local kids from St. Joe. I'm sure he's got family here. Sits on that one for a ball, makes it 1-1. So 1 ball, 1 strike to Brady Holden. Runners on second, third with 1 gone. The Mustangs trying to dig out of a 7-zip hole they've put themselves in after surrendering 7 in the first. Gets a piece of one. It's drifting foul. Welker covers a lot of ground and is there to make the snag. And that is the second out of the inning. That could be a big one as well. Actually, that wasn't Welker. That was Andrews at third that he came over and made the snag and puts 2 away, with Jack Grayberger up to the plate. Grayberger 0 for 2 tonight, a ground out back in the fourth. Runners on second, third, 2 gone. The Mustangs in danger of leaving more runners on the base paths here in the fifth. The pitch in there for a strike, and Grayberger kind of choked up on it a little bit, didn't have much of a choice, and it's an 0-1 offering. Chris Pierleski got the start tonight. He's working on the shutout with 2 hits up to this point. And the 0-1. Again, pretty similar spot, but that time it just misses for a ball. 1-1 the offering coming up. So Sam Casani started this game by flying out. Jackson Himmel was hit by a pitch. Noah Bodenhausen singled. Cole Sablowski got plunked. That one misses for a ball. Sablowski got plunked. It loaded the bases for St. Joe, and then just moments ago, Holden flew out along the third baseline. And the A's trying to strand more base runners. That's something that Coach Eberle feels like they've done a really good job at this year's. Not giving up big innings. The 2-1 hit into shallow right. Marquez in pursuit along the foul line makes the snag, and the Mustangs leave the bases loaded in the fifth. Nice effort defensively from the A's. We go to the bottom of the fifth. They lead 7-0 here on the KMA Extreme online, KMAland.com.
The accolades are pouring in for Northwest Missouri State University. U.S. News and World Report ranks Northwest at Missouri's top. Zippia.com rates it as the best school in Missouri to get a job. And SafeWise ranks Northwest among the nation's safest. Northwest continues to deliver a quality education, so you are career ready on day one. Plus, your textbooks and fully loaded laptop are included in your tuition. Visit nwmissouri.edu to apply today. Northwest Missouri State University, where Bearcats connect.
Why choose Malvern Bank?
Because Malvern Bank is an education bank. Malvern Bank provides online informative resources and teaches folks like me financial literacy.
Malvern Bank takes the time to answer your money questions on the phone, in person, or online. As an education bank, we want our customers to be mindful about money.
To become a Malvern Bank customer, visit their website at malvern.bank and be sure to follow them on Facebook and Instagram.
Malvern Bank, we build community.
Member FDIC.
Welcome back to Clarinda here on the KMA Extreme online, KMAland.com, and video streaming, KMAland.com. MINK League divisional action is 7-0. The A's leading the Mustangs. We go to the bottom of the fifth here at Municipal Stadium at Eberle Field. Beautiful night for some baseball. A little warm. And I hate to break it to you, it's not going to get any cooler tomorrow either. As warm as today was, it could be even warmer tomorrow. I know some of the state tournament baseball games going on tomorrow got moved around due to the high heat indexes. We'll have St. Albert playing in a state semifinal for you on KMA-FM tomorrow. They take on Alburnett. Here's Patrick McGinn to start the inning for the A's, followed by Ryan David and Dylan Bailey. McGinn fouls one along the left field line. Out of play. So it'll be an 0-1 count to McGinn, and that one is in. And it's a 1-1 offering. The former Cedar Rapids Xavier Saint up to the plate for the third time tonight. Sits on that one for a ball, and it's called strike, and it's 1-2. So 1-2 from Stevenson to McGinn, who ropes one into deep second that'll drop. Nice effort made at second by Bodenhausen, but maybe a little too much, and McGinn able to get on. And Ryan David comes up to the plate. And David was a strikeout victim back in the third inning. But a guy that's had a tendency to go deep every once in a while this year. Plays collegiate at Southeast Nebraska from Omaha. Played high school ball at Millard West. Sits on that one for a ball. Makes it a 1-0 count. Stevenson takes a stare at McGinn, who's on first. Now goes to work on the 1-0. Misses well outside. Brings it to a 2-0. Here in the bottom of the fifth in Clarinda, the A's inching towards moving on. And the 2-0, David thought about it, sits on it, and it just misses for a ball to make it 3-0. So 3-0 the count from Stevenson to David. That one is in. David will take his base. It moves McGinn to second. And Dylan Bailey up to the plate. Proud of Rockmart, Georgia. Comes in hitting .263 on the year, 20 total hits. Has drawn 11 walks. Has struck out 30 times, though, in 76 at-bats. So the numbers say about 1 every 2.5 at-bats he's going to strike out. He flew out back in the third inning. Brings it to a 1-0. Runners on first and second, nobody out here in the fifth. Bailey thought about that one, sits on it for a ball, and it's a 2-0. McGinn singled. David wore one. And here comes the next pitch. On the way, Stevenson takes a long stare. And that one misses, and it's a 3-0 count. So full opportunity here for Bailey to be patient if he wants, and he takes, and it's on the outside part of the zone for a strike, brings it to a 3-1. Wonder if you're taking here as well with 3-1 runners on first and second, nobody out. I think you've probably got to really have a cookie that you can't resist, and there is one. He fouls it off his knee to bring it to a full count. Isaac Lopez due up next for the A's. Isaiah Marquez in the 9 slot. A payoff pitch coming from Max Stevenson, who's got the distance so far for the Mustangs. Gave up that rough first inning. After that, it's settled in a little bit, but unless they can find a way to get some runs across, it's going to be all for naught. The payoff pitch after a long stare at second on the way. Swing and a miss, and good job by Stevenson to battle back. For being down in the count 3-0, he gets Bailey to strike out swinging. There's one gone in this inning. And Isaac Lopez, who flew out to short back in the third inning, will come up. The 8-hitter. Rocks an orange helmet. You don't see a ton of those orange batting helmets, but seem to be not the only one in the A's lineup that reps those either. Here's the first pitch coming from Stevenson. Again, he'll take a long stare at second. A little bit of a lead at second was McGinn. He'll retreat back. And then he'll regain the ground he just lost a moment ago. Stevenson will take a long peek at him. The first pitch is in for a ball. 1-0 the count. So we've mentioned these two teams have been well familiar with each other this year. I mean, only separated by a little over an hour down Highway 71. This here's the 1-0. Swing and a miss by Lopez to bring it to a 1-1. So 1 ball, 1 strike. On Lopez with 1 gone. Some of those matchups include a 17-8 win for the A's back on June 23rd, a 13-3 win on July 5th. Lopez fouls one along the first baseline. Beat him 9-2, 10-0 back on July 14th, then swept him 7-6-5. Some 7-6 on July 20th and 7-1, 3-2 on July 22nd. So like I said, not a lot of secrets between these two teams, but the A's have found something here tonight. 1-2 from Stevenson to Lopez, with Isaiah Marquez awaiting on deck and 1 gone, 2 on in the bottom of the 5th. And Lopez will call time, step out of the box for a moment. Trying to maybe make sure he's got the grip that he wants. Now he steps back in. Here's the 1-2 we await. Stevenson pitching. Jackson Himmel is catching. The 1-2 misses well outside to bring it to a 2-2 count. Sean O'Malley is at first. Noah Bodenhausen at second. Chase Spoonmore at third. Cole Sablowski at short. The 2-2 misses low. Count full. So we saw the last batter, Bailey, got down 3-0. Stevenson did on Bailey. Bauback got a strikeout. This one he got up 0-2 and has given up a couple of balls to put himself in a little bit of a dilemma here. With a full count, runners on first and second. Isaiah Marquez awaiting on deck as well. Has been the go-to tonight. The payoff pitch just gets a piece of it, does Lopez, to keep this at-bat alive and stay at a full count. 3-2 with one gone still. Patrick McGinn singled. Ryan David wore one to get on first. Stevenson likes to take a glance at second before throwing. Lopez rips one to third. In and out of the hands at third. And unable to turn two, though, Spoonmore on that. But he does get the lead runner out. Put Lopez on with the fielder's choice. McGinn goes out. David moves to second, and Isaiah Marquez, who's homered and doubled tonight, comes up to the plate with 2 on and 2 gone. Runners at first and second. Third time facing a pitcher as well. I wonder if we won't see this be about all she wrote for Stevenson. I mean, we're talking turning things over for a fourth time. That could really be flirting with disaster if you're the Mustangs. That one misses. Well, Marquez misses on where the zone was. That's on the outside part of the zone. 0-1 the count. Now the 0-1. Swinging all the way was Marquez. Doesn't get any of it. It's an 0-2 with 2 gone. Sun, for the most part, has gone down now here at Municipal Stadium at Eberly Field. The lights have turned on as well. The A's offense turned on in the first inning, but not much going for it since. The 0-2 with 2 gone and 2 on the way to Marquez. Misses well outside to take the count to 1-2. If the A's win tonight, they get either Joplin or Sedalia in a best 2 out of 3. Thursday, Friday, Saturday. The 1-2 just misses for a 2-2. Now, the A's would be the 1 seed, so they would host Friday and Saturday if necessary. Now, obviously, if somebody wins the first 2, they wouldn't need Saturday. Here's the 2-2 to Marquez on the way, popped up into right and in pursuit, and underneath it is Kasani to end the inning. So the A's stick 2 on the base paths again. So that fast start right now has been what they've been riding on. We've played 5 7-zip A's here on the KMA Extreme online, KMAland.com.
America is choosing to be a healthier nation. That's why so many people choose a Health Mart pharmacy. Health Mart pharmacies are locally owned and offer a full range of vitamins, non-prescription medicines, cold remedies, and convenient items for you and your family. And when it comes time to have a prescription filled, you can always count on your Health Mart family pharmacy to do it right. Take your next prescription to Oakland Pharmacy in Oakland, a locally owned Health Mart pharmacy. Health Mart, caring for you and about you.
Sports teach our children important life lessons, like how to work together as a team and the importance of a great coach. TS Prosperity Group, a division of TS Bank, understands the importance of a successful team, especially when it comes to your finances. Let TS Prosperity Group be the coach of your financial team to help guide you to success with the goal of sleeping better, knowing your prosperity is protected for the next generation. Contact tsprosperitygroup.com to schedule your free 30-minute consultation today.
Well, we go to the 6th here in Clarinda on the KMA Extreme and video streaming online, KMAland.com. Trevor Mader with you. It is MINK League divisional round action tonight. And the A's holding a 7-zip lead over the St. Joe Mustangs. As we go to the 6th, it'll be Chase Spoonmore, Sean O'Malley, and Ike Book up to the plate in this inning for St. Joe. Anybody gets on, Sam Kasani will join the party. Only 2 hits so far tonight for St. Joe, facing Pitcher Chris Paralewski. They've got 2 hits, haven't been able to get any runs across. They left the bases loaded in the 5th. Left a couple runners on as well throughout the game. Here's the first pitch inside on Spoonmore for a ball. 1-0 the count. Paralewski will work quicker. Here's the 1-0. Spoonmore ropes one into left, but right there for it. And underneath it for the first out is Mainers. So one guy, that one just didn't get down. He got a nice piece of it, but it's one of those when you're Spoonmore, as soon as you make contact, you're saying, get down, ball, get down, and it didn't. And now Sean O'Malley comes up to the plate. First baseman facing the righty Paralewski for the 3rd time tonight. He flew out, was hit by a pitch. Now trying to see what he can do in the 3rd try. Misses that one outside for a ball, 2-0. O'Malley plays at Salve Regina College in Rhode Island. If that school sounds familiar to any KMA Land folks listening, as here's the 2-0, roped into right. Hold on to that thought for a moment, as underneath it cleanly is Marquez to put 2 away. If that school sounds familiar, former Southwest Valley basketball standout Morgan Shuey, that's where she plays collegiately now, as there's 2 gone as O'Malley flies out to right. Now Ike Book, who does have one of the 2 hits that St. Joe's been able to muster tonight, comes up to the plate. But it was also the 3rd out of the 4th inning. Here in the top of the 6th, the Mustangs potentially down to their final 10 outs. Book fouls that one back out of play onto the street. Here in Clarinda, softball field just behind the left field line. Our municipal stadium got Little League fields scattered throughout as well. The fairgrounds behind us. So that is blooped into right, but Marquez takes a couple steps, gets underneath it. It's a clean frame for Paralewski. F7, F9, F9. And we go to the bottom of the 6th. It is 7-zip Clarinda here on the KMA Extreme.
America is choosing to be a healthier nation. That's why so many people choose a Health Mart pharmacy. Health Mart pharmacies are locally owned and offer a full range of vitamins, non-prescription medicines, cold remedies, and convenient items for you and your family. And when it comes time to have a prescription filled, you can always count on your Health Mart family pharmacy to do it right. Take your next prescription to Oakland Pharmacy in Oakland, a locally owned Health Mart pharmacy. Health Mart, caring for you and about you.
Why choose Malvern Bank?
Because Malvern Bank is an education bank. Malvern Bank provides online informative resources and teaches folks like me financial literacy.
Malvern Bank takes the time to answer your money questions on the phone, in person, or online. As an education bank, we want our customers to be mindful about money.
To become a Malvern Bank customer, visit their website at malvern.bank and be sure to follow them on Facebook and Instagram.
Malvern Bank, we build community.
Member FDIC.
Welcome back to Clarinda on the KMA Extreme Online, KMAland.com. Trevor Mader here with you tonight. The A's leading the Mustangs 7-0, all of which came in the 1st inning. But hey, it doesn't matter when you... A lefty comes up to the plate, again from Alabama. Puts a slow roller to second on the first pitch, and the throw there in time from Bodenhausen to O'Malley to send Mainers down for the first out of the inning.
Number 10, Travis Welker.
And Travis Welker comes up to the plate. So Welker, who's been a standout all season, single to his name, that has also flown out. Plays shortstop, made a couple nice plays at short. Sits on that one, and it just misses upstairs for a ball. 1-0 the count. So the 1-0. Stevenson continuing to deal. Welker hits one in the gap in right, and he'll run one out for a single. So Welker's second knock of the night. Now Trevor Andrews will come up to the plate.
Now batting, number 30, Trevor.
And Andrews reached earlier on a walk, was part of a double play, and then struck out back in the fourth inning. One gone so far. And Sedalia and Joplin were scoreless through three. That one gets away from the catcher Himmel, but he got it on a hop, then came up to throw, and he lost it. He might have had a good play on that if he doesn't drop it the second time. You know, kind of hopped up to him, and he had a chance to maybe toss Welker out, who was going for second, but then he couldn't get it cleanly, and there was no play. And now Sedalia, they put a 6th spot up in the 5th. They lead 7-1 going into the 6th. Again, the winner of that one gets the winner of this one. As Andrews fouls one along the right field line out of play to bring it to a 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike with 1 gone.
Again?
So the 1-2. From Stevenson to Andrews with 1 gone in this inning. On the way, runner on second, misses outside, brings it to a 2-2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. To Trevor Andrews, again, who plays collegiately at Jacksonville State. Stevenson takes a peek at the runner. That one is fouled along the first baseline out of play. From Stevenson brings it to 2-2. 2-2 with 1 gone. It's getting a little darker here in Clarinda. Sun is, I'd say, gone completely down now, but it's still pretty muggy. Lengthy at bat for Trevor Andrews. The 2-2 on the way. Chopped to third. The throw from Spoonmore. Got him by a step. It looks like it did. Nice throw and a hop from Spoonmore to O'Malley to put 2 gone in this inning. Welker does get to third on that, however, and Talon Mullins-Ohm will come up to the plate. With 2 away, trying to move in another run. Now Mullins-Ohm tonight. Line out and a fly out. Facing Stevenson for the 4th time tonight. That one is popped up foul and it'll get out of play to bring it to an 0-1. So the 0-1 from Stevenson to Mullins-Ohm with Welker at third, trying to drive in the first run for Clarinda since they put 7 on in the first. And they left 2 on in the 5th. They left 1 on in the 4th. That one is popped up along the first baseline. Himmel thinks he's got a play underneath it, and then him and O'Malley, I think, just didn't talk. And it drops.
What's the battery at?
Okay. So 1-2 with 2 gone. From Stevenson to Mullins-Ohm, and that was a chance to get out of this inning for St. Joe, but a little bit of miscommunication, it looked like, from both Himmel and O'Malley. Let that one drop in foul territory. 1-2 offering, and again, fouled away. One will land on the Little League field to our right here and take a hop. So still 2 gone. Mainers grounded out. Welker singled, and Mullins-Ohm pops one up. At third, Spoonmore gets an infield fly to end the frame. And the A's strand another base runner. That one at third. We go to the 7th. They lead 7-0 here on the KMA Extreme, online at KMAland.com.
At the ARC Group, we take a disciplined approach to marketing. We understand that education and experience must be at the forefront of your decision-making process, and we also understand that all farms manage risk differently. This is Tim again with the ARC Group. I would like to meet with you, learn about your operation, understand your short and long-term goals, and then together we form a plan to maximize profitability on your farm. Call me at 712-370-3497 or visit us at agrisconsulting.net.
Welcome back to Clarinda here on the KMA Extreme Online, KMAland.com. Trevor Mader here with you tonight. Mink League postseason action in the A's with a 7-0 lead over the St. Joe Mustangs. The A's 37-5 on the year. The Mustangs 23-20. No strangers to one another, and Chris Paraleski has been wheeling and dealing tonight. He's only surrendered 2 hits through 6 innings, got a couple of strikeouts, has a shutout brewing as well. Trying to move his team on to face either Sedalia or Joplin. And I mentioned earlier, Sedalia had a 7-1 lead on Joplin going into the 6th. That's a team that has had a little bit of luck against the A's this year. Beat them early on in the season, 8-1. Sam Cassani comes up to the plate. Beat them 8-1. They played 8-5 on June 19th with the A's winning 9-8 July 3rd win for the A's, 6-5 July 12th. So they have been tight battles when those two have played, with the exception of the first one. First pitch to Cassani, in there for a ball. 1-0 the count. So 1 ball, no strikes. From Paraleski to Cassani. The 7-hitter in the lineup for the Mustangs sits on that one for a ball. It's Sam Cassani, Jackson Himmel, Noah Bodenhausen. They'd love to turn it back to the top with Cole Sablowski and try to at least get some type of rally going, and bare minimum, at least keep the goose egg off the scoreboard. The 1-1 coming to Cassani, who plays collegiately at Lindenwood, formerly in the MIAA. So that one misses for a ball. They were a common opponent for Northwest Missouri State, but a couple of years ago departed for the GLVC. Here's the 2-1, misses low for a ball. Handful of former KMA-landers have ended up doing collegiate things there. Kylie Ferguson from St. Albert. Colton Klingenpeel from Thomas Jefferson ended up there. Here's the 3-1 outside for a ball. It's a 5-pitch walk on Sam Cassani. And Jackson Himmel will come up to the plate, hit by a pitch, ground out to his name tonight. And the right-hander will try to keep things going for the Mustangs. Himmel from Frisco, Texas, playing at Lamar Community College. Sits on that one for a ball, 1-0 the count. Waiting on deck is Noah Bodenhausen, another community college baseball player. Is the 1-0 in for a ball, and it's 2-0. So Cassani residing at first. We'll get a little bit of a lead, not a giant lead, but he'll continue to grow that as I speak. The scoreboard goes blank. Here's the 2-0. Called strike. Umpire really hesitated on whether he wanted to call that a ball or a strike. Looked like a strike to me. He eventually says the same and brings it to a 2-1 count. So 2-1. One put outside to bring it to a 3-1. So Paraleski, maybe starting to labor a little bit. He's gone a long ways tonight. It's obviously a warm night, and wonder how much more gas he has in the tank. 3-1. They call it fair. They were late calling that, but they call it fair along the left field line. That is all the way back to the wall. They will send the run around, and Cassani with a stand-up run scored, and it's an RBI for Jackson Himmel. An RBI double. So Kasani ends the shutout, and up to the plate comes the top of the order. Or actually the bottom of the order, Bodenhausen. Then they'll turn to the top with Sablowski. Nobody out, and a runner on second. That one just stayed along the line at third. And Andrews didn't get to it, and they kind of waited, let it play through. The umpire said, that's a fair ball. And it rolled all the way back to the left field wall before Mainers could get a snag on it, and that allowed Kasani to score. A bunt laid down along the third baseline. Paraleski throw to first to David Lowe, but in time for the out. Somebody below me doesn't agree with that, but that looked like by a couple of steps. There was no trouble with that one. So Bodenhausen goes down. And the top of the order, Cole Sablowski, who plays collegiately at KCK, played his high school ball at Lafayette High School. The Irish had a pretty good baseball program over the last couple of years. So one gone. And Himmel at third as Sablowski sits on that one inside for a ball. So 1-0 count to Sablowski. The 1-0 misses out and away for a ball. 2-0 the count. So 2-0. It's a 7-1 game now. And the 2-0 ripped into left center. That is back, but underneath it and able to retrieve it is McGinn. To put one gone. It'll tag up, though, Will Himmel. Cuts it down to a 5-run game. Sablowski does push a run in. However, they do it at the expense of an out, which, this late in the game, outs are really precious. I mean, you've got 7 outs to work with. You need 5 runs to tie it. Brody Holden will come up to the plate. He has flown out 3 times tonight. So nobody on, 2 away in this inning. And Holden lines one to short. Welker throw to David high. David's tall, though, and he gloves it to end the frame. So St. Joe gets 2 runs on 1 hit. They leave nobody on the base paths. And we go to the bottom of the 7th, 7-2 A's here in the KMA Extreme.
Why choose Malvern Bank?
Because Malvern Bank is an education bank. Malvern Bank provides online informative resources and teaches folks like me financial literacy.
Malvern Bank takes the time to answer your money questions on the phone, in person, or online. As an education bank, we want our customers to be mindful about money.
To become a Malvern Bank customer, visit their website at malvern.bank and be sure to follow them on Facebook and Instagram.
Malvern Bank, we build community.
Member FDIC.
HawkeyeFord.com. It's where you'll find a complete selection of pre-owned cars and trucks. It's also where you can estimate your trade-in value and receive a no-hassle quote. Since 1988, Hawkeye Ford has been offering a high level of customer service and a commitment to making the process of buying your vehicle an enjoyable one. They strive to deliver 100% satisfaction every time you visit their location on Highway 34 east of Red Oak or on their 24/7 location, HawkeyeFord.com.
Well, we go to the bottom of the 7th here in Clarinda. It is 7-2. The A's leading the Mustangs. Mink League postseason action. The Mustangs, to their credit, did get 2 runs back just moments ago to end the shutout. It looks like we're going to see a new pitcher in for them as well. I can't completely make out the jersey number from here. It looks like 11, so let me pull up my roster. And if that's right, that is Jay Greco. From North Central Missouri College at Trenton. Playing high school ball at Blue Springs South in the Kansas City area. Right-hander will warm up. And that is Greco. Now coming out for the A's in this inning, it's Patrick McGinn, Ryan David, and Dylan Bailey, the 5, 6, 7. If you're just tuning in, the A's got 7 of the first, 3 of which came on Isaiah Marquez, 3-run blast. Haven't put a run on since then, but good thing for them was the Mustangs hadn't either up until the last inning when they were able to get 2 runs on 1 hit. And McGinn, the lefty, will step into the box and get ready for the first pitch that he will see. And Greco on the bump. The first pitch to McGinn, who sends one into shallow center over the outstretched glove of Sablowski at short, and it's a leadoff single for Patrick McGinn.
Number 34, Ryan.
And Ryan David comes up to the plate. The first baseman who coming in tonight hitting .242. 1 homer, 5 doubles in 66 at-bats this season. So the first pitch, no, we'll get a throw to first before the first pitch to David, but getting back safely was McGinn on the throw from Greco to O'Malley. And that one gets away from Himmel, and snagging second safely is McGinn. So McGinn moves to second with the 1-0 count in the favor of David right now. David struck out, has been hit by a pitch here tonight. First time he's facing Greco, the 1-0. For a long stare on the way, popped up, drifting foul. Himmel gloves this one. They had a similar situation a couple innings ago where Himmel, he's a right-handed batter, takes a couple of practice acts, and will try to find a way to move Patrick McGinn from second base. The first pitch, just high for a ball. So 1-0 the count. To Bailey, Jacksonville State player during the spring, gets just a piece of it. Mentioned, 4 members of the Jacksonville State baseball program on the roster for the A's this year. When you're Ryan Eberle and his brother Rod plays a large part in that as well. Here's the 1-1. As Greco will take a long peek. Now the 1-1 outside part of the plate for a ball. When you've been doing it as long as the Eberles have, obviously you build relationships with coaches and parents and scouts. And 2-1 fouled out of play brings it to a 2-2. So sometimes you're in a situation where you do get a couple of kids from areas like Jacksonville State. We've seen California kind of be a popular hotbed for them as well. As the 2-2 misses well outside, then gets off the gear of Himmel. It'll allow McGinn to take third. So a couple of passed balls has allowed McGinn to move from first to third without a single ball being hit in fair play. So a payoff pitch will be coming from Jay Greco to Dylan Bailey. Here in the bottom of the 7th. The payoff fouled to the net along the first base line. And spoiling the pitch was Bailey. Hayes would love to add a couple of insurance runs before the 7th inning stretch that we'll have here in a little bit. Here's the payoff pitch coming again after Bailey spoiled one. Is he going to knock this one? No, because it's outside for a ball, and it puts runners on the corners for the A's. Isaac Lopez up to the plate. He's reached out a fielder's choice, flown out tonight.
Isaac Lopez.
It's his 4th time up to the plate. First time facing Greco. And Max Stevenson got the start tonight for the Mustangs. Had some tough times in the first inning. Really after that, though, was able to settle in, didn't give up a run. But just hasn't had any run support. And it's not like the Mustangs haven't had chances, though. The base is loaded, left a couple runners on. Just missed chances. Here's the first pitch to Lopez, who lines one back to Greco. He'll turn, throw to short to get the play out of two. Throw high at first, but able to get the snag as O'Malley had to come off the bag and gets the tag on that. So that goes in the books as a 1-6-3 double to end the inning. And we go to the eighth. It is 7-2 A's here on the KMA Extreme online at KMAland.com.
Sports teach our children important life lessons, like how to work together as a team and the importance of a great coach. TS Prosperity Group, a division of TS Bank, understands the importance of a successful team, especially when it comes to your finances. Let TS Prosperity Group be the coach of your financial team to help guide you to success with the goal of sleeping better, knowing your prosperity is protected for the next generation. Contact tsprosperitygroup.com to schedule your free 30-minute consultation today.
At the ARC Group, we take a disciplined approach to marketing. We understand that education and experience must be at the forefront of your decision-making process, and we also understand that all farms manage risk differently. This is Tim McGann with the ARC Group. I would like to meet with you, learn about your operation, understand your short and long-term goals, and then together we form a plan to maximize profitability on your farm. Call me at 712-370-3497 or visit us at agrisconsulting.net.
Well, welcome back to Clarinda here on the KMA Extreme online, KMAland.com, as well as video streaming. We've got a pitching change for the A's, and it's going to be a familiar name to KMA Land listeners, that being Bedford alum Brennan Seifert. And he'll come in and relieve Chris Paraleski, who gave a strong showing, 6 innings, surrendering 3 hits. He's in line for the win if this result stands. But Brennan Seifert, a multi-sport standout for the Bulldogs, primarily under teams coached by his dad, Frank. Bedford was, a phenomenal basketball player, phenomenal baseball player, stellar golfer as well, I might add. Playing collegiately now at Upper Iowa.
Number 35, Grayberger.
It's Jake Grayberger will be up to the plate now to start this inning. Brennan's brother Quentin played a couple years ago for the A's. First pitch to Grayberger. Misses for a ball, makes it 1-0. So Grayberger 0 for 3 tonight. Pops one up into center. That one drifting back, but McGinn lost it, and it'll drop. And running that one out is Grayberger. McGinn was in center, and Marquez was in right, and they just let it fall for the single, and that'll bring Spoonmore up to the plate. Here at the top of the 8th. 7-2, the A's leading. Here on the KMA Extreme online at KMAland.com. Mink League postseason action. Sedalia or Joplin await. We can tell you it was 7-1. Sedalia in the 6th is up to the plate. Chase Spoonmore. Now it's 9-1 Sedalia through 6. That one misses outside. Seifert last year as a senior for the Bulldogs put together a strong postseason, a dominant win against Stanton in a district semifinal, then got to a district final, went toe-to-toe with Cam in a game that they narrowly lost, as that one is in for a ball to bring it to a 2-0. The A's have frequently had, area of flavor in their lineup. Dakota Woods, a former Clarinda player, was in the lineup a couple of years ago. It was a 2-0, swing and a miss for a strike. Not the only KMA lander on the roster as well. Adam Becker, a former Maryville athlete, now playing collegiately at Northwest Missouri State, is on the pitching staff for the A's. The 2-1. Low, and the throw from Bailey is Grayberger had a little bit bigger of a lead than he probably should have, and Bailey threw a nice one down to second to Lopez, but it was just a little off the bat. Grayberger able to get back. The throw was to would be my right of the bag, and obviously Grayberger leading off on the left side, so the throw never really had a chance, but it was closer than it probably should have been if you're Grayberger. Here's the 3-1 to Spoonmore, and he'll draw the walk on 5 pitches to put runners at first and second. And Sean O'Malley, the first baseman from Darien, Connecticut, comes up to the plate. And Brennan Seifert, a southpaw, comes in here in the 8th to relieve Chris Paralescu, who's in line for the win. O'Malley fouls one along the left field line, out of play. And that might have bounced off a vehicle. That's why you have insurance. Here's the 0-1. Coming from Seifert to O'Malley as it's gotten still here tonight in Clarinda's. No breeze. Misses outside. Didn't miss by much, but it's outside for a ball. 1-1 the count. 1 ball, 1 strike from Brennan Seifert to Sean O'Malley. Seifert will go to work on the 1-1 pitch. O'Malley along the left field line. It'll drop well down, foul. To bring it to a 1-2. Andrews really chased that one. Just too much ground to cover. Seifert, 14 1/3 innings of action so far this year. Owns a 4.40 ERA. And is struck out 6 batters, has walked 5. Well, 5 coming in tonight. He's now walked 6 after giving up 1 to Spoonmore a moment ago. Here's the 1-2 to Sean O'Malley with runners on first and second. Ooh, that was in and it hit him on the shoulder, and it loads the bases. So O'Malley moves to first on the plunk. And Ike Book, who has 1 of the 4 hits that the Mustangs have grabbed tonight. That was the first one as well that they had. Comes up, otherwise he's flown out. And we're going lefty against lefty in this one with the bases juice. 7-2 Clarinda. Top of the 8th, nobody out. That one misses low. Andrews comes up ready to throw. If somebody wants to tempt him, they don't. And it's a 1-0. 1-0 with the bases loaded. And a 5-run game. That one put over the plate, but not well enough, says the home plate umpire, and it's a 2-0 offer. Maybe just missed it, maybe. So the 2-0 from Seifert to Book. The Mustangs trying to get a rally going here in Clarinda. They've got the bases full of runners. The 2-0 upstairs, and it's a 3-0, and Seifert 1 pitch away from walking in a run. You got to wonder how long is the leash? You know, at what point do you just say, hey, you know, it's not your night. We don't want to make this closer than it should be. Here's the 3-0. Gets one there to battle back, and it's a 3-1. You know, one thing in watching Seifert throughout his high school career, he really likes to, paint the corners, both inside and outside. Here's the 3-1 offering. Chop to first. David on a glove will turn around, run to the bag. Sliding to try to beat him was Book, but to no avail. It does score a run, however. Cuts it down to a 4-run deficit as Grayberger crosses home. Spoonmore moves to third, O'Malley to second, and Sam Kasani comes up to the plate. The right fielder's got a couple of outs to his name tonight. Also reached on a walk. Runners on second and third with one gone here in the eighth. That one over the plate for a strike, 0-1. 7-3 our score. The Mustangs a little bit of energy late. They put 2 on in the seventh. They've got 1 on already here in the eighth, trying to see if they can add to that. Kasani bloops one in the gap in the 3-4 hole. It plates one. They'll hold the runner at third, but it's an RBI for Kasani that cuts this down to a 3-run lead. It looks like Coach Everly going to come out of the dugout, and we might see a new pitcher in for the A's as Spoonmore scored. O'Malley moved to third. We'll see what the decision is here, but 7-4, runners on the corners, 1 out, and Brennan Seifried's 9 on the bump is done. And we'll see who they toss out there. But whoever it is, they're going to give him a chance to get ready. And Asiak is on to pitch for the A's. Brennan Seifried saw a couple of batters, but the Mustangs just able to time them up a little bit. They get a couple of runners on, get a couple of runners through, and cut the lead down to 3. A high leverage situation in a game where your season is on the line. You don't want things to. You don't want to second guess. How long should we have pulled someone sooner? And you never know. I guess it's easy to say that in hindsight, but they decided to go with Ignaziak, and St. Joe's got runners on the corners. So the tying run is up to the plate, in theory, for the Mustangs, and that being Jackson Himmel, the catcher, who will come up. So 1 gone here in this one. And Himmel has a chance to make this even a little bit closer. And he sits on that one just well outside for a ball, and it's a 1-0. Right now on third for the Mustangs, it is Sean O'Malley with Sam Kasani at first. The 1-0 with 1 gone is on the outside part of the zone. Nicely put by Ignaziak. Get you the line on the Palomar College hurler. College teammate of Chris Pierleski. 27 1/3 innings of action this year. Popped up. Will it stay in play? It will. And underneath it cleanly on the infield. No, it drops. It'll drop at third, and that's going to allow all runners to advance. Himmel gets on, and oh my, a missed opportunity for Andrews. That one was hit up. Probably could have been the play for Ignaziak. But getting on is Himmel, and it loads the bases. And now the go-ahead run is at the plate of Noah Bodenhausen. And Bodenhausen rips one into center, in pursuit, and underneath it to put 2 gone was McGinn, but a run scores from third on a tag for O'Malley. And the Mustangs making the folks in Clarinda sweat this one out. 7-5 now. And they go back to the top. With Sablowski coming up to the plate. Runners on first and second with 2 gone. And Cole Sablowski, the pride of St. Joe, played at Lafayette, sits on that one for a strike, 0-1. So 0-1 with 2 away. That one in there for a strike makes it 0-2. So 0-2, 2 gone in this inning. Ignasiak trying to strand runners at first and second. The go-ahead run having other ideas likely in Sablowski. The 0-2 fouled back to the net. That pitch spoiled. This inning started with Jack Grayberger singling. Chase Spoonmore reached on a walk. Sean O'Malley was hit. Sam Casani drove in a run. Himmel reached on error. They've been able to play 3 in total in this inning to cut this down to 2 and very much still be in this. They looked, you go back to the 6th when they went down F7, F9, F9. They looked like maybe they were sleepwalking a little bit. Here's the 0-2. To Sablowski. In on him. It's a ball. The Mustangs left the bases loaded in the 5th. They left 2 runners onto the 4th, but they've made it. And then they went down in order in the 6th. You thought maybe that was going to be the last gas. They put 2 on in the 6th, or in the 7th, 3 in the 8th, and a chance for more. The 1-2 to Sablowski on the way. Ooh, that was well into that. Hit him in the back. It did. That just skimmed him. And it loads the bases, and another chance for St. Joe to either, tie it or take a convincing lead. And up comes Brady Holden, another St. Joe native playing for the hometown team, plays collegiately for the hometown squad of Missouri Western. Tonight playing in left field, and that one is a strike to bring it to an 0-1. 0-1 with 2 gone. The go-ahead run for the Mustangs resides at first. That's not something that sounded likely an inning or 2 ago. So the 0-1, outside part of the zone for a strike. But remember, Ignasiak had a favorable count against the last batter in Holden, or in Sablowski rather, and ended up walking. They've almost gone through. They've gone through the order in this inning. Has St. Joe. The 0-2 lined straight back for a foul. That's, if you're going to pick a time to bat through the order, I think when you need a 5-run rally in a playoff game is a good time to do so. So the 0-2 with 2 gone. Misses up and out. It's a 1-2 count. I've joked earlier, it's hard to beat a team 9 times, but also, I think if you're St. Joe, you came in, you had nothing to lose. They've taken it to you 8 meetings. Here's the 1-2, swing and a miss, and Ignasiak with a big one there leaves the bases loaded for St. Joe. We'll go to the bottom of the 8th. The A's will try to add some insurance runs of their own. They lead 7-5 here on the KMA Extreme online at KMAland.com.
HawkeyeFord.com. It's where you'll find a complete selection of pre-owned cars and trucks. It's also where you can estimate your trade-in value and receive a no-hassle quote. Since 1988, Hawkeye Ford has been offering a high level of customer service and a commitment to making the process of buying your vehicle an enjoyable one. They strive to deliver 100% satisfaction every time you visit their location on Highway 34 east of Red Oak or on their 24/7 location, HawkeyeFord.com.
Well, we go to the bottom of the 8th, and the A's will try to add some insurance runs of their own. They lead 7-5. This MINK League postseason game. It's been an interesting one up to this point. The A's scored 7 in the first. It kind of cruised up until the 7th. The Mustangs put 2 on, came back, put 3 more on in the 8th. Had the go-ahead run at first. But Blake Ignaziak muscles a big strikeout on Brady Holden to end the inning. And now due up for the A's are 9-1-2, Isaiah Marquez, Mason Mainers, and Travis Welker. So, I mean, that's the part lineup. I think if you're the A's, you really like having to kind of lean on to maybe give yourself some breathing room. Marquez, the 9-hitter, but he's got some pop in the bat, went deep tonight. Also doubled. He's got 6 homers on the season. And then Mainers has been a steady force all year. Welker has been their leading hitter. But it's far from over here in Clarinda. If the A's win tonight, they'll move on to MINK League championship action.
Isaiah Marquez.
And we would have any home games that they may play in that we would carry on the KMA video stream. Here's Isaiah Marquez. Sent a 3-run blast in the first. Doubled in the 4th. They'd like him to start their sitting off by getting on base. And he belts one into right, barely having to move to get underneath it is Kasani, and there is 1 gone.
Number 32, Mason.
And they'll go back to the top with Mason Mainers, who tonight has been hit by a pitch. He's grounded out. He'll try to get on. Will the lefty batter from Vestavia Hills, Alabama, who plays at Jacksonville State during the spring, sits on that one for a strike. Different pitcher in for the Mustangs. It was Jay Greco in the 8th inning, or in the 7th. Now it's Dawson Smith, it looks like, because that one's in on Mainers. That hits him on the arm. He'll take first. So Mainers wears one for the 2nd time tonight.
Now batting, number 10.
And Travis Welker will come up. He has been the guy this year for the A's, and they would love for him to do things that the guy usually needs to do in crunch time. And that would be the bare minimum. Keep the line moving. Dawson Smith, a southpaw from St. Joe, playing at Emporia State, played his high school ball at Central. First pitch well outside, gets off the glove of Himmel. That's going to tempt Mainers to run, and Himmel won't even bother with the throw. Mainers gets into second, sliding. And it's a 1-0 with 1 away and a runner at second now to Travis Welker. So the 1-0 to Smith. Or from Smith to Welker, misses outside. Welker from Santa Ynez, California, played collegiately at Allen Hancock Junior College. Has now announced his intentions to continue with Fresno State in the Mountain West. Here's the 2-0. On the way, Welker sits on that one that misses outside for a ball, and it's 3-0. Trevor Andrews awaits on deck. He's reached on a walk, struck out, grounded out tonight. So the 3-0 to Welker, put over the zone for a strike. 3-1 the count. Mainers was hit by a pitch, stole second a moment ago. And here comes the 3-1 from Smith. To Welker in. Called strike on the inside part of the plate. The plate umpire really waited to call that. And now if you're Smith, this would be a nice strikeout if you can find a way to send Welker down. A payoff pitch. No, there won't be one yet. Smith will take a look at second, see if he can get Mainers. But he won't make a throw. He'll just turn around and let Mainers know that he's watching. So still a 3-2 with one gone. Here in the 8th, Welker connects on one. Roller to short. They'll try to turn it, and they do by a step, but they do move the runner to third. Does Welker. So Mainers moves to third, goes down on the put out from Sablowski to O'Malley. And Trevor Andrews comes up with 2 gone in this one. And Andrews, again, 0 for 2 tonight. He's walked and grounded out. Try to drive in his college teammate Mason Mainers and give the A's one more run of breathing room going into the 9th. Are they going to pull? They're going to pull Smith, it looks like, and let a new pitcher warm up. Interesting choice here from the Mustangs. Smith had been doing some nice things, but they pull him out. They're going to bring in Will Hahn from Barton Community College, originally from Olathe, Kansas. He'll come in, try to get the final out of the 8th inning. We'll take a quick break, catch our breath. 7-5 A's here on the KMA Extreme Online, KMAland.com.
OSI is considered a premier global food provider by many of the world's leading brands. OSI delivers leading-edge food solutions for product development as well as processing, and much of it is done from their Oakland, Iowa plant. Being a leader in the industry allows OSI Oakland to give back to the communities by sponsoring area high school events, offering special programs for veterans, and other community outreach programs. To learn more, visit osigroup.com and search for the Oakland, Iowa location.
Iowa Western Community College has important news for you. If you're a high school senior trying to figure out what your next step in life will be after high school, consider this. Students learning trade-specific skills will get you into the workplace quicker, making a good living and having a lot less college debt. Iowa Western offers 1 to 2 year programs in nursing, welding, industrial tech, and advanced manufacturing, plus many others. Great skills and great pay in less time. Talk to Iowa Western Community College in Clarinda and Shenandoah and start planning your future now.
Well, Johnny Coy makes the interesting choice to pull Smith, who I think had been doing well in a couple batters he faced, and now he's going to bring out the right-handed Will Hahn. Wears number 34, played at Barton Community College. He's from Olathe, Kansas, played his high school ball at Olathe West, and he puts the first one to Trevor Andrews low for a ball to bring it to a 1-0 count. Mason Mainers started this inning getting hit by a pitch. He's been able to weave his way to third, and Andrews, who plays baseball with Mainers at Jacksonville State during the spring and early parts of the summer, would like to drive him in. He fouls one back to the fence, 1-1 the count. The A's have made this one maybe a little more interesting than looked like it was going to be early on. Here's a 1-1 Andrews chasing that one for a strike, 1-2. The winner of this gets Sedalia or Joplin in a best-of-3 game series that would start on Thursday. I can tell you 30 minutes ago, Sedalia was up 9-1 after 6. Here's the 1-2 to Andrews. Just gets a piece of it to keep the at-bat and the inning alive. Now, due up for St. Joe in this inning is going to be their 3-4-5, Grayberger, Spoonmore, and O'Malley. That was the part of the lineup that started the fun for them in the 8th inning. So a 1-2 to Andrews from Hahn. It misses outside to bring it to 2 balls, 2 strikes with 2 gone. here in the bottom of the 8th. This game going on 2.5 hours. So the 2-2 coming to Andrews. Manners a little bit of lead at third. Andrews sits on that one. It was high and in. He had to lean away from it. It fills her up at 3 balls, 2 strikes. See where Hahn tries to put this one and see where Andrews thinks he'll put it as well. The Walker knock pitch from Hahn to Andrews. Popped up foul. He gets another one. Andrews continuing to battle. And we'll get a new baseball from the ball boy coming out of the A's dugout. Still 3-2 with 2 gone, and Mason Mainers at third. Bottom of the 8th. The A's clinging to a 7-5 lead. The payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. He was chasing. That one was on the outside part. Hahn gets him. And the A's can't get any insurance. Runs across. The Mustangs are going to try to keep their season alive in the 9th, and they will face the heart of their order. Grayberger, Spoonmore, O'Malley coming up. 7-5. We go to the 9th here on the KMA Extreme online, KMAland.com.
Iowa Western Community College has important news for you. If you're a high school senior trying to figure out what your next step in life will be after high school, consider this. Students learning trade-specific skills will get you into the workplace quicker, making a good living and having a lot less college debt. Iowa Western offers 1 to 2 year programs in nursing, welding, industrial tech, and advanced manufacturing, plus many others. Great skills and great pay in less time. Talk to Iowa Western Community College in Clarinda and Shenandoah and start planning your future now.
Well, high drama as we head to the 9th here in Clarinda. Trevor Mader with you. Mink League postseason action. The A's clinging to a 7-5 lead over St. Joe. The winner keeps their season alive and moves in to the Mink League Championship Series. Blake Ignasiak came in the 8th inning, worked out of a jam, and kept the bases loaded to preserve the 7-5 lead. And now he'll try to preserve the win as well for the A's and keep their season going. Now due up in this inning for the Mustangs. It's going to be the heart of their order. But it's a part of the order that is done some good things tonight, but it's not like they've been overpowering. They've popped up a lot, has this 3-4-5 that they're getting ready to face, and it'll be
Now stepping to the plate, number 35, Grayberger.
It'll be Jake Grayberger, who plays at Missouri State from Lee Summit, plays high school ball at Lee Summit West. Did single to start the 8th that started that run. Otherwise, he's 1 for 4 tonight. So it's Jake Grayberger, Chase Spoonmore, Sean O'Malley for St. Joe. First pitch fouled away, out of play, 0-1 the count. Chris Peraleski got the start tonight for the A's. He went deep, tossing 7. Seifert came in. 0-1, check swing. They're going to say it didn't go, and it's a 1-1. So Seifert came in. Things got a little rocky. They ran him off. Ignasiak came in, left the bases loaded, and now trying to preserve the win. Puts that one outside to bring it to a 2-1 count on Jake Grayberger. The Mustangs trying to complete what would be a 7-run comeback against a team that beat them 8 times this year. Here's the 2-1 offering. Fouled along the right field line, out of play. 2-2 the count. No wind here tonight as it became a still night at Municipal Stadium at Eberly Field. The 2-2 from Ignasiak to Grayberger. Swing and a miss. There's one gone. Put on the outside part of the plate. Grayberger couldn't resist, and one's in the books. Now up comes Chase Spoonmore, who plays for Iowa Western, just up the road. Played high school ball just down the road in Savannah. One is outside part. That was a very nice pitch from Ignasiak to bring it to an 0-1. 0-1 with one gone. In the 0-1 offering, hit to right. It'll hop, and a one-out single to Chase Spoonmore. Has the tying run to the plate with Sean O'Malley, who is 0 for 2 tonight, has worn a couple of pitches. He is a left-handed batter, and if you're the A's, you'd love a double play here, and you wonder, we haven't seen the Mustangs be super aggressive on the bases. You wonder if it's a situation where maybe you flirt with it a little bit to negate a double play, but instead here's a pop to left. That is back, though, and able to not get it. It's off the wall and off the glove. They will send the runners to second and third. Man, it looked like Mainers might have a play on it. That one just kept carrying it. No wind. On a calm night, a ball like that can go, and Mainers couldn't get it. It puts runners at second and third with one gone. And the go-ahead run is at the plate, and Ike Book. O'Malley at second, Spoonmore at third. So, the only force is at first. And Book, who's 1 for 4 tonight, trying to help complete the comeback. Ignasiak trying to hold on for the save. That one in on Book. It's a 1-0 count. Grayberger struck out. Spoonmore hit a routine single. And O'Malley hit one to deep left that couldn't be played. Now we'll get a pinch runner. It'll be Michael Pauly from Overland Park, Kansas. Plays at Jefferson College from Blue Valley Southwest High School. He'll come on to run for O'Malley at second. O'Malley at second, Spoonmore at third, Book at the plate, 1-0, one gone. It's in on Book to bring it to 2-0. Things getting nerve-wracking here in Clarinda tonight. A 2-0. The St. Joe crowd that made the drive up is well into this one. That one in, but swinging was Book. Again, about an hour ago, they looked like they were ready to make the drive home. Credit to them, they've battled back. They've scored the last 5. They're trying to find a way to beat the best team in the MINK to move on to the MINK finals. Here's the 2-1. Fouled away, 2-2. And now if you're Ignasiak, what do you do here? Do you try to, you put one in a moment ago and got him to take a crack at it. Do you do that? Do you maybe try to push one out a little bit, see if he'll chase? It's a 2-2. Gotta go where they don't think you're going to. Here's the 2-2. Runners on second and third. Misses up, count full. And it's a 3-ball, 2-strike pitch with runners on second and third. Coming up to Ike Book. The left-handed slugger could tie this with a base hit. The payoff pitch misses outside. It's a walk to load the bases. And Kasani comes up. And Kasani, who's drawn walks the last 2 times he's came in. Granted, neither one of those were against Ignasiak. Those were against Paraleski in the 7th, and then Seifert, who in the 8th, and actually had an RBI off Seifert in the 8th. But he's drawn a walk. He's gone on a couple of times. Sits on the first one on the outside part of the zone for a strike. Bases loaded. 1 gone. Top of the 9th. The A's holding on to a 7-5 lead. The 0-1 from Ignasiak. On the way, misses out for a ball. In this inning, Grayberger struck out. Things look like maybe the A's were going to be able to hold on, and maybe they still will, but Spoonmore singled. O'Malley doubled, put Spoonmore at third. Book reached on a walk. Now Casani has a chance to maybe be the hero. The 1-1 with one gone. Swing and a miss for strike two, 1-2. Last thing you want's a double play. We've seen one of those tonight from the A's defense. And here's the 1-2 from Ignasiak. Fouls it just barely, does Casani, to keep the at-bat alive. Put it straight back, and it's still a 1-2 count from Ignasiak to Casani. And 1 ball, 2 strikes. With one gone and the bases stacked. The 1-2 pitch. Hit to short. Welker can't field it. They'll send the tying run in. The throw will be late. The throw gets past the throw at plate, and it's going to put a runner at second and third. This game is tied. Sam Casani knocks it up. He scores Spoonmore. Then the throw to try to get O'Malley out went long. O'Malley scores. Book moves to third. Casani is at second. And 7 in a row for the Mustangs has completed the comeback. They've tied it at 7. And Jackson Himmel who drove in the first run of the game for the Mustangs, has a chance to give him the lead. Still only one gone. Man, that one looked like that was going to be the at-bat that was the backbreaker. And Ignasiak on a 2-strike offering just gives one that Casani gets a piece of. Welker tried to make a play on it. Now that is ripped to left. Underneath it and able to make the grab as Mainers will tag. The throw will be cut off, and the Mustangs have taken an 8-7 lead on a sacrifice from Jackson Himmel. They were down 7, and now they are up 1. Ryan Everly said it himself in our sports feature today. Baseball is a weird game. There are no guarantees. And that has energized the St. Joe crowd that, like I said, an hour ago was probably thinking of where they wanted to stop in Maryville to eat, as that one is outside part of the zone on Bodenhausen, who is the 9-hitter. Bodenhausen hits one to third. The throw wide. David had to come off the bag, and he can't get it in time. Ooh, that was a bang-bang. But they're going to say Bodenhausen ran it out. Things coming unglued for the A's here in the 9th. Andrews tried to make the throw. It put David off the bag. And now that brings up Cole Sablowski. It is 8-7. Casani moved to third. There is still a bottom of the 9th coming up. 2 gone for the Mustangs. This is the 8th bat. They've had 17 batters now in the last 2 innings. That one roped to left, foul, but not by much. Somebody in front of me from the St. Joe crowd says, oh, that would have been nice. And I mean, yeah, it would have been. It would have given you a 2-run lead. So it's an 0-1 count now to Sablowski, who's been hit by a pitch. He's been hit by 2 pitches, drove in a run. Lines one right back to Ignasiak. He'll underhand scoop it to David to end the inning, but oh my, the A's 37-5 on the year. They beat this team 8 times. They're going to need to walk it off to do it a ninth time. We'll have the bottom of the ninth coming up here on the KMA Extreme online, KMAland.com.
America is choosing to be a healthier nation. That's why so many people choose a Health Mart pharmacy. Health Mart pharmacies are locally owned and offer a full range of vitamins, non-prescription medicines, cold remedies, and convenient items for you and your family. And when it comes time to have a prescription filled, you can always count on your Health Mart family pharmacy to do it right. Take your next prescription to Oakland Pharmacy in Oakland, a locally owned Health Mart pharmacy. Health Mart, caring for you and about you.
Welcome back to Clarinda here on the KMA Extreme online at KMAland.com. This was a 7-0 game after one inning. It was 7-0 going into the seventh. And credit the Mustangs. They've battled back. They've put on 8. And they have a chance to stun the A's here tonight since they lead 8-7 going to the bottom of the ninth. And due up for the hometown team, it's the 4, 5, 6 hitters, Taylon Mullins, Ohm, Patrick McGinn, and Ryan David. Again, if you're just tuning in, it was a 7 spot for Clarinda in the first. Isaiah Marquez went deep, had opportunities. You know, the second, third, fourth, fifth had chances, just couldn't get runs across. But St. Joe hadn't been able to either. Then all of a sudden in the sixth, they get 2 on. They put 3 across, go through the order in the eighth. And then just moments ago in the ninth, they send 8 batters to the dish. And it started with a strikeout. Grayberger strikes out. They go single, walk, RBI, sacrifice, single to put 3 on and put the pressure on the A's. 37-5 on the year, the best season they have had in a long, long time, and it is in jeopardy being over. First pitch to Taylon Mullins, Ohm, inside part of the zone, call and strike. So the A's need 1 to tie it, 2 to win it. That one is in there for a strike, and it's an 0-2 count. Mustangs have leaned on a couple different pitchers tonight. You know, and it was Will Hahn who came in and shut things down in the eighth, and the 0-2 is swing and a miss for strike 3. And that is not Hahn out there now, I don't believe. It is Brady Loving from Magnolia, Texas, who plays at Odessa College. He's in trying to work the save, and he's got 1 strikeout. Mullins' Ohm goes down, and Patrick McGinn comes up, the left-handed slugger. The A's need to find a way to get on base. Inside part of the zone. All of a sudden, the strike zone has really worked itself in. Brings it to an 0-1. So 0-1 with 1 gone. That one misses out, and it's a 1-1. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 gone. To McGinn. McGinn swing and a miss to bring it to 1-2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. And the pressure is definitely gone to the Clarinda side. Here's the 1-2, McGinn. Oh, called strike 3. That one on the upstairs part of the zone, and St. Joe is a strikeout, or really, I mean, just an out in general, away from the shocker. And Ryan David will come up. So 2 gone. And Ryan David needs to find a way to get on base and keep this game going. He swings at the first one. I've been told, you know, even if with a loss, you know, the A's could potentially snag a spot in the NBC World Series, National Baseball Congress World Series, but I mean, you'd like to win your league. Here's the 0-1. low for a ball, 1-1. High drama Municipal Stadium tonight. The A's down to their final out, the 1-1, low, and it's a 2-1. So Ryan David tonight has been hit by a pitch. He's struck out, he's popped out. But the A's need him to get on the base paths. The 2-1, popped up, Himmel underneath it, and the Mustangs complete the miraculous comeback. They were down 7. They win it 8-7. Ninth time the charm for the Mustangs against the A's. We'll take a break. Back wrap things up in a moment here on the KMA Extreme online, KMAland.com.
Sure, they hope you'll consider them your automotive resource when it comes time to buy your next vehicle, but maybe you've just purchased one or are not quite ready for the investment. And Barrett Auto Center says that's okay. Your business is still important. You can still rely on them for all your service, warranty work, tire purchases, maintenance, and more. Barrett Auto Center and BarrettAutoCenter.com is still your resource for any make and model from any dealer. Give them the chance to make sure you come back to Barrett's.
We've gone final tonight in Clarinda, and a shocker, the Mustangs overcome a 7-0 deficit to beat Clarinda 8-7. Ninth time was the charm for them. They move on to the MINK League Finals. They'll get likely Sedalia coming up in a MINK League Championship Series that'll take place on, will begin on Thursday night. It'll be a best 2 out of 3. Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, but a heartbreaker for the A's as they drop to 37-6 on the season. And we'll have a complete recap of that one online later on tonight. But, man, a tough one for the A's to swallow. What a great year they've had, though, and what a fun game we had here tonight. You've been listening to Clarinda A's Baseball on the KMA Extreme online, KMAland.com. Saying so long from Clarinda for KMA Sports. I'm Trevor Mader. Thanks for listening, and have a great night.